Indicates again is that being a police officer in this case or in law enforcement is an inherently dangerous job. Every single day when these police officers leave their homes, go on their particular shifts, not knowing what they will encounter in that day, being a police officer is an inherently dangerous job. And so I cannot tell you how proud I am of every single law enforcement officer that serves our city, that gives their all in the service of our city. And so I want to ask the people in this city to continue to lift them up, to continue to be very supportive of them, to let them know that we are very supportive of them and that we appreciate them doing everything they can to keep the rest of us safe. These are inherently right now dangerous times, and that was demonstrated again today. We are living in inherently dangerous time, and it's going to take all of us working together to create and have a very safe city. There are a lot of guns on the street. Quite frankly, there are just too many that are on the streets and in the hands of people who will use these guns at a second, on a notice. And again, this is one of those situations. Person gets out, person starts shooting. And now we have 3 police officers who are in the hospital with gunshot wounds. So I want to continue to be supportive. Now, let me just say this. The chief and I, on next week, we'll lay out some additional steps that we intend to take in this city. To do our part as a city, to try to make this city a safe city in which to live. So next week we'll lay out some additional steps. I won't go into those steps today. But I'm going to ask people in this city to work with police, to work with Crime Stoppers and others, to participate in helping to make this city a safer city. And if we work together, we will do that. We're going to get through these times. And I know there's a lot of people are fearful right now, justifiably so, but we will get through these times. But in the meantime, please pray for these 3 officers that their recovery will be very quick, they'll be able to get back on their feet and then get back to their jobs in the line of duty, doing what they love to do each and every day. Having said that, Chief Finner, let me turn it over to you.
Thank you, Mayor. Thank you, Congresswoman, Councilwoman, and Chief Pena, Union, and all our other leaders. Thank y'all for standing with us. Mayor's hit on a lot of the points. I just want to say one thing. I want everybody, all our leaders, before I update you on what happened out here on this scene, no more excuses. Everybody, take an active role and get intentional in doing whatever you can do to fight gun violence in our city, period. It's not really a difficult thing. Bad, dangerous people, it's a place for them, and that's in jail. But let me give you the update. So approximately 2:42 p.m., officers responded to a residence on the 1500 block of Trolley Street. The suspect at some point spotted the officers. He took off in a vehicle. Officers pursued the suspect to McGowan and Hutchison Street. The suspect crashed. Officers, as they got out of the vehicle, the suspect immediately fired upon the officers, striking 3 officers. All the officers returned fire. It is unknown at this time if that suspect is hit. Once he got out of that vehicle, he carjacked at gunpoint a white Mercedes-Benz. Other officers pursued him to a home in the 1800 block of Lockwood. Officers surrounded that house. The suspect fired multiple times. Thank God he didn't strike any of the officers. Officers returned fire. Again, we don't know if that suspect is injured. He's still in the home. We treat it as a barricaded suspect. We'll give you an update as I receive it. The last update I received a few minutes ago, he's still in the home. We're trying to negotiate to get him out. We got 2 crime scenes. The officers who fired, they're going to be on administrative leave after they get out of the hospital. But the mayor said it, and we're just grateful to God that they're all right. It's been a tough week for law enforcement in our city. And the two law enforcement officers that we lost, continue to pray for them and their family as we plan for their funerals. It is tough. When I received that call today, 3 officers down, and you don't know the condition. But I'm going to tell you, stand by your law enforcement officers. Stand by the justice system. And we're going to continue to work here in Harris County, Houston-Harris County, to make sure we're doing everything we can do. But we need help from everybody. And remember what I said. And this doesn't go for individuals who need treatment, suffering from drug addiction or mental illness. But these violent individuals, I'm damn tired of it. And we need to stand up as a community and do whatever we got to do. If that is to have more jail capacity, let's get it done. No more excuses. Questions?
Before
I'm
you
sorry.
go to the question, let me just say this, 'cause I do want to thank the police officers who transported these wounded officers to Memorial
HPD.
Hermann. And I want to thank the Houston Fire Department, Chief Finner, for being right there promptly and for transporting officers to Memorial Hermann. And then let me thank the medical team and the staff, the nurses, the doctors here at Memorial Hermann each and every time. They do an exceptional job of going over and above, providing excellent medical care to our officers, to firefighters, to people who find themselves in need of care. You just couldn't find a better place. So, you know, we took the time, in addition to thanking firefighters and police officers, thanking the medical team and the medical staff. I do want to say that, you know, we provided resources to the police department. We'll provide even more. It's going to take all of us at every level to step up and to do our part to make this a safer city. And we will. We will make this a safer city. And we will provide our police officers with all of the resources that they need. But I do want to say next week that we will be outlining additional steps that will be taken to reinforce police officers and others who are out here fighting to make our city safe each and every day. But I do want to thank these police officers and firefighters and others for being on the front line and for doing an exceptional job on behalf of the people in our city. Thank you, Chief. I'll give it back to you.
Thank you, Mayor. Thank you. Go ahead. Questions?
What was the original call? How did they end up coming in contact?
Just some type of disturbance call, out of family disturbance, possibly because it's at a residence, but it's still active, and that's what I have at this time. Go ahead. I can tell you this, and I can't confirm it because, you know, but what officers described it as an automatic, a fully automatic weapon, and that's something else that we need to address in our community, and we will. I'm not sure. I don't know. They're still out, you know, trying to negotiate with him and get him out, so we don't know at this time. No. Go ahead. Yeah. Give us 1 second and we're going to get through with these and then we'll do the, yeah, okay? Hold up. Let this pass. That could be accurate. Multiple shots. Multiple shots. Yes. Yes, I think 2 of our officers were self-transported by one of our patrol officers, and the third was from HFD. I don't. I hadn't heard any injuries on that, and we hope that's the case, but we'll follow up with you on that because I don't know at this time. One question over there, I can't see through the lights. Go ahead. That's part of the investigation, and at this point, I don't know right now. That scene's still active. Go ahead. I'm pretty sure that that's a residential area out there on Lockwood, and that's what we do. We try to evacuate everybody around there, keep them safe. I'm not sure. I just can tell you it's a single residence home, one story, I think. Yeah. I don't have any suspect information right now. Nothing confirmed. Okay. I did get some reports that there were some residents in the home, and they ran out when he came. But we don't believe it's anybody in there right now but the suspect. But we need to confirm that. Not at this time. Any more questions?
Was the Lockwood address like a random place that he went to, or did he go there for?
I'm not sure. Yeah, not sure, Randy. Thanks.
Chief, this callous disregard for the law, for law enforcement, the lives of law enforcement, what do you attribute that to?
Hey, who knows? But I know one thing, Randy. We need to address it, and we need to deal with those individuals. And one thing that people miss sometimes, it's not most of our citizens. It's a small group of individuals that's committing havoc. Our city is a great city with great people in it, and we're going to stand up for them, and we're going to find out a way to deal with those very few, very violent individuals. So thanks for that question.
Chief, could you let us know about the ranks of the officers injured?
Everybody is, I'll give you the
3, 4, and 5 years.
3, 4, and 5 year. They're all officers from Northeast. Thanks for asking. All right. Let me tell you something, and that's what people need to understand about the great men and women on our police department. You have some brave officers that put their line on the line every day, and I'm proud of them. And make no mistake about it, we release videos, and citizens are going to see the fight in them when they have to fight.
It is happening across the country, but I would tell you I'm primarily concerned about what's happening in the city of Houston. Over the last week and a half, Chief Finner and I and others have been talking about additional steps that we intend to take to protect the people in this city and to make this city safer. A more comprehensive approach. Quite frankly, that was going to be laid out this week, but so much has taken place this week. So we will unfold those initiatives next week. But the crime in this city is too high, okay? And it is important that we do everything on our part at the city to combat that. Now, even everything that we will announce next week need to be augmented and supplemented by other levels. We have way too many cases that are backlogged criminal cases, over 100,000. That's unacceptable, okay? So there are many additional things that need to take place. But in terms of what the city can do, we will lay out those additional steps that we intend to take next week. I do want to acknowledge Doug Griffin, head of HPOU, and thank him and the union for their collaboration all throughout this. But those initiatives will be announced on next week.
All right, that's it. Okay, one more, and we'll let Chief, you want to translate for us? Okay.
Yes, sir.
Thanks.
Where did it start? The street that it started, and it was around 3 o'clock, right?
Yeah, 3 o'clock, Trolley Street.
Trolley Street? Okay.
Yeah, Truly. Yeah. That's that,
Bueno, buenas tardes. Mire, estamos aquí para informar a nuestra comunidad que esta tarde, más o menos como a las 3 de la tarde, comenzó los policías, el departamento de policía, a seguir un sospechoso. Comenzó en la calle Trolley y llegaron hasta la calle McGowan y Hutchin, donde el carro chocó. El sospechoso que estaban siguiendo salió del vehículo y comenzó a disparar contra los policías. Fueron 3 los policías que fueron heridos. Los policías tienen 3, 4 y 5 años en la fuerza del departamento. Ahorita están en condición estable y como dice el jefe de policía Troy Finner y el alcalde Sylvester Turner, están muy orgullosos. Todos estamos muy orgullosos del trabajo que hicieron en el departamento de policía hoy para poder contener esta emergencia. Ahorita el sospechoso está barracado en una casa. Todavía es una escena que sigue comenzando en pie y esperamos que se resuelva bien y apropiadamente. Pero les podemos comentar que los policías están estables ahorita, esperamos que se recuperen a un 100%, pero queremos que la comunidad los tenga en su pensamiento y que recen por ellos y nuestra comunidad, que ahorita estamos viendo mucho crimen en esta comunidad. El alcalde también quiere comunicar que está incluyendo recursos apropiados para aumentar los elementos de policía para poder combatir este crimen que estamos viendo en nuestra comunidad y él está poniendo de su parte para poder hacer lo que se tiene que hacer para que la ciudad de Houston esté bien y segura.
Let me just say, I also appreciate the president and the executive director of the African American Police Officer League being present as well.
Okay. Thank y'all. All right. Thank you.
Thank you all. Thank you.
Thanks for being here. Thank you. That's all right.
See you later.
It's all good.